Thank you, Father Bauer, Father Akery, honored guests, and my brothers. I ask you all to close your eyes, sit back in your chairs, and join me in taking a little trip back to freshman year in high school. I mean it. Close your eyes. All right. It is 6 a.m. on a Saturday in November, and you are peacefully sleeping on the seasoned wooden gymnasium floor of your high school on a retreat with 50 other men from your class. Christ our King!
Thy kingdom come!
Good morning, ladies. Welcome to the enthusiastic morning ritual of Father Robert de Caesar, an authentic mentoring father, a challenging retreat director, an untiring leader of young men, and my priest hero. I had the privilege of attending 6 retreats with Father Robert in high school, and I am still to this day unpacking the gifts the Lord gave me through him, such as that first grasp of the real presence of the Lord, the realization that my life's mission is to bring people to Christ, and the valuable enlightenment that my highly educated and holy teenage self was perhaps not as big a fish as I thought outside of the small pond of the Holy Family Home Educators Co-op. Both myself and the other guys were changed at these retreats because Father Robert commanded our respect and attention. This does not mean his innate talents stunned us into a raptured silence. He was an average athlete, a competent but an unspectacular speaker, a disciplined but not astounding intellectual, and a firm but not electrifying leader. He had normal gifts like us, but the difference was that they were consecrated to a cause, or rather to a person, and that was much bigger than himself. And if there's one thing that Father Robert lives to his core, it is fidelity to that person and his church in the midst of turbulence. Even when his religious order, the Legionaries of Christ, were undergoing a deep restructuring of their charism, so that he had no idea how he would be serving in the next few years after he'd been giving retreats for several years in the past, he was, quote, excited to serve whomever the Lord puts in front of me next. His trust was well-founded, and a year later gladly followed the Lord to Louisiana, where he is still actively working in family formation and campus ministry. I want to speak today about Father Robert's particular gift of challenging young men. One day during a camping retreat up north, Father decided that we needed the opportunity to evangelize. So 50 of us took a bus into downtown Bemidji to conduct what we called a faith survey. I'm not sure that the town to this day quite knows what hit them. They probably thought a radical and possibly violent Catholic sect was emerging from the North Woods by order of the Pope. They weren't all that wrong. We spread out and asked people to answer 10 questions about their faith on Main Street. This bluntness probably violated every precept of Minnesota nice in existence, but it did challenge us to talk about the Lord in a place outside of our familiar churches. Father Robert was the type of priest who wasn't afraid to make you a little uncomfortable if it means you are meeting Christ more deeply. This was a revelation for those like myself who lived in the Catholic conservative bubble of the southwest suburbs. While we may have appeared to speak the truth confidently and knowledgeably, it was mostly just because we talked among ourselves. So this experience has continued to challenge me here at UST as well, since we can experience the same insular tendencies here. As both Jesus and Father Robert taught, if we only love those who love us, what credit is that to us? Even a brotherhood of pickpockets can have fraternal groups and community meals. The difference for us, my brothers, is the love we have for that person there and the love we have for the people out there. And those two can really be a lot closer than sometimes our elitist pride can tempt us to think. So I ask you, how can we ever be relevant, sincere, and credible human beings for real people if at our entire time at a large university, never once we have left the seminarian table at the CAF to meet face-to-face those who have not been given the unmerited gift of faith, those who have been contemplating suicide, those who have been starving for even one non-superficial and non-possessive personal encounter. My brothers, these people are sitting right behind us in class. and there will literally be hell to pay if we ever think that their lives are irrelevant to us. Father Robert gave me and hundreds of other young men a peek into the size and thrill of the world, into the joy and excitement that comes from sharing others' lives. Because after the Eucharist, the souls of those around us are the holiest things on the face of the earth, and they deserve to consume our complete fascination, creativity, and energy. Father Robert is a priest consumed with Christ's own thirst for souls, and we are blessed, brothers, to be given a taste of that same thirst at SJV. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.